Hello everyone, we are
The Overtones.
and you are listening to Northeast Music Scene.
How did it all happen from the beginning?
Well, I guess from the very start, like the group's been together probably for about 8 years now, and it happened through London being the place where lots of people come to sort of, I guess, try and make a dream happen, and a band was formed. And I mean, the way we got signed was quite interesting. We were overheard singing whilst doing some work in London. We were just having a quiet rehearsal outside, going to do some work inside an office building, and a woman walked past whilst we were rehearsing and just was asking a couple of questions, and it actually put us in contact with one of the presidents of Warner Brothers, and it led to a little bit of a surprise meeting. And a few months down the track, like, there was a lot of meetings that happened. It didn't just sort of come to us in one fell swoop. We were offered a record deal with Warner Brothers, and that was about 5 years ago.
Did you have to audition in front of like a panel of people? Or
Oh yeah, it was terrifying.
Yeah.
It was terrifying. They said, we want you to sing this, this, and this, but do it in your 1950s and 60s style. And there was a big old panel of people, and the big WB for Warner Brothers sign like behind their heads. It was very nerve-wracking. But we also had that feeling that this is the moment. You know, when that moment's in front of you, go, oh, make it happen.
How much creative control have you had from the beginning? Would they let you like set your style and the way you wanted to go?
Yeah, massive amounts of creative control, because obviously, you know, we're not kind of teenagers. We're not puppets. We've got our own opinions, and as Lockie said, we were a band before. We weren't put together. It's not manufactured. So, you know, the label have been really good all the way through our career so far in allowing us to kind of spread our creative wings and you know, do what we feel is the right thing for the Overtones and how we look and how we dance and how we sound, and so it's we've been very lucky in that way.
Just change gears a little bit. What's been the most memorable moment to date so far since you started?
I would say for me, we probably all have different answers, but I would say definitely a moment that I always remember will be performing at the Royal Albert Hall for Festival of Remembrance and looking up at the box where the Queen is sat up there. And I suppose, like, you know, you take those moments in and you actually have to pinch yourself. That's my pinch myself moment, really.
Yeah.
And what about people that you would love to play with? Is anyone in the world, past or present, that you would love to play with, and why?
Stevie Wonder, just because he's a complete music legend, and I think he's an incredible musician, singer, and his songs are still as relevant.
Do you think that could ever happen in the future?
Never say never.
Never say never. Yeah. So.
And if it was in the past, like I think singing with the Rat Pack in Las Vegas in the 1960s would have been an absolute ball. In a dinner suit, in a tuxedo with a big black bow tie.
And have a little drink
Caesar's Palace or something.
After,
quite a stiff whiskey afterwards. Maybe even during.
Maybe even 10.
Maybe even before. I'm sure that's what they were up to.
Have you had any embarrassing things happen to you while you've been on tour?
Over to me. I fell down the stairs in Glasgow. We had a set with like this big set of stairs, and I decided on a ballad to fall headfirst from the top to the bottom.
You wanted the attention.
Yeah, I did it for the effect and the round of applause that I got at the end.
Most recently on this tour we do Sweet Soul Music, and there's a little kick where we kind of throw the mic stand down and catch it with our foot. And I didn't catch it with my foot. I kicked it back up, and then for a second I had it and I dropped it on the floor. And the audience laughed.
Just looked like a tantrum. Just looked like you threw your microphone.
So I had to do a little shimmy to pick it back up. I was trying to make it look as part of the choreography, but it certainly wasn't.
Bit of a hard question. If you had to pick one, which would be your favourite album?
Ours?
Yeah. If you had to pick one, which one would you pick?
I think this one.
I think the new one.
I love the way that we recorded it. We recorded it all together, singing harmonies and leads alike together, you know, at the same time, in the same way that the vocal harmony groups of the 50s and 60s used to do it. So I feel like we've got a really authentic sound on this album. So for me, it's absolutely this Sweet Soul Music.
That's great.
Album number one, I'd say, close to my heart, just because it was like that was the one. Do you know what I mean? For me, where I think, you know, you just don't know what was each album. You don't know, but I think that one in particular, I'm like, you always look back to that one. You know, it's like your baby.
Well, that's great. Like, guys, thanks for taking time for the interview.
Oh no,
we have a good time.
Enjoy the show.
Cheers.
Have a great night, mate. Enjoy.